Good day everyone, I am Jenny Drama, a BS Ed student of Negros Oriental State University, Shatan Campus. For today's video, we will discuss the philosophical basis and its subtopic, which is inclusivity and equality, and also historical and sociological basis. The word philosophy is derived from two Greek words. The first one is philo, which means love, and the second one is sophi, which means wisdom. Literally, philosophy means love of wisdom. The philosophical basis of education emphasizes the philosophy is the end and the education is the means to achieve that end. In other words, philosophy determines the goal of life and education. It is important to understand how philosophy and education are interrelated. In order to become the most effective teacher, you must understand your own belief, while at the same time empathizing with others. Developing your own educational philosophy is a key part of your journey to becoming a teacher. The major philosophies of education can be broken down into three main types. First, teacher-centered philosophies. Second, student-centered philosophies. And third, society-centered philosophies. Teacher-centered philosophies are those that transfer knowledge from one generation of teachers to the next. In teacher-centered philosophies, the teacher's role is to impart a respect for authority, determination, a strong work ethic, compassion for others, and sensibility. For student-centered philosophies, focus more on training individual students. These philosophies place more emphasis on the individuality of students and helping them to realize their potential. Society-centered philosophies go beyond focusing on the student and focus instead on a group or a population. Society-centered philosophies focus on educating a group of people, whether a minority group or a world as a whole, rather than curriculum or a student. The objective is to improve society as a whole. What is inclusive education? Inclusive education values diversity and the unique contributions each student brings to the classroom. Inclusive learning provides all students with access, flexible learning choices, and effective paths for achieving goals in spaces where they experience a sense of learning. Why inclusive education important? Inclusive systems provide a better quality education for all children and are instrumental in changing discriminatory attitude. School provides the context for a child's first relationship with the world outside their family, enabling the development of social relationship and interactions. Respect and understanding grow when students of diverse abilities and background play, socialize, and learn together. How we can advance inclusive education? To make inclusive education a reality, we need to do the following. First, ensure that educators have training, flexibility, and resources to teach students with diverse needs and learning styles. Next, ensure that kindergartens and schools receive adequate and sustainable financial support so that all activities and services are fully inclusive. Next, empower parents to assert their children's right to education in inclusive settings. Then, enable the entire community, including mainstream and special educators, social workers, parents, and students to work together and participate in the design, delivery, and monitoring of education, thereby reframing inclusive education as a shared responsibility. Lastly, hold governments accountable for implementing anti-discriminating legislation, legal mandates for inclusion, and policies to remove barriers. Inclusive classroom strategies. use a variety of instructional formats, ensure access to academic curricular content, and apply universal design for learning. Benefits of inclusive classroom: greater opportunity for friendship, increased social network, more respect for others, shared learning opportunities, increased safety by reducing isolation, higher academic expectation, access to a wider range of school resources, increased collaboration and participation, a more welcoming, positive school environment, readiness for inclusion outside school. According to Corson, the term equality basically means that absence of special privilege to any section of the society and the provision of adequate opportunities for all individuals without any discrimination. There are 5 aspects of equality in education. First, human right. Second, essential for socialism. Third, success for democracy. And fourth, economic and social development, and lastly, advancement of nation. For human rights, education is considered as a universal and fundamental right since adoption of Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948. It has also been found that right to education is not only a human right in itself, but also essential for the exercise of other rights. The idea of equality of opportunity has also been affirmed in Article 1 of the UDHR 1948, stating, "All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights." Essential for socialism, the concept of equality has been the real force of socialist idealism through the centuries. Under the ambit of socialism, every individual should have equal opportunities for social, economic, cultural, and educational advancement in line with his or her innate capacities or potentialities. Success of democracy. Equality is the backbone to the democratic society, and it aims to prevent discrimination and provides an equal opportunity to all. The central idea of equality is that all the individuals are entitled to get equal treatment in the society and are not discriminated on the basis of race, sex, caste, nationality, creed, disability, age, religion, and so forth. Economic and social development. Another viewpoint is that the progress of society and the development of the individual are complementary and they go hand in hand. Hence, the aim of education in all respects would be developing the individual up to his or her potential as a member of society, and therefore leading to development of society. Equal education is considered as a means of raising the societal and economic status of an individual. Advancement of nation. Equality in education are essential for a rapid development of a nation. Today, the advancement of a nation is primarily measured in terms of its human resource development. That's why education is now considered an investment. If the people have equal opportunities to get education, they will have a chance to develop their native talent and thus contribute to the progress of nation. Historical and sociological. Historical. Exploring the historical foundation of curriculum can promote a sense of freedom and encourage educational reform. Reviewing the history of education allows us to step outside of the here and now, gaining a bigger picture and seeing ourselves within it. Realizing that the field of education must remain dynamic in order to be effective. Sociological. Educational sociology has its indirect impact on the aims and objectives of education. Educational sociologists think that education is a social process and it should be directed to social welfare. With this view, the determination of the objectives of education is highly needed. Thank you for listening to my discussion. I hope you understand and I hope you learn something from it, especially to the educators. I hope you can apply those inclusive classroom strategies. Thank you.